So the Shai is what's the main other? Other Aleph, other Beis. There's
What?
other Aleph, other Beis. Which one's the main other? And also certain things which we find that we say the Iker is Aleph or Beis is the reason Taka because that's the main other, or is it misal other reasons?
But if you go according to the Gemara that said that there is a question of a leap year and a question of the need to make Pesach in
You're giving the shir?
when you ask questions, everybody's quiet. Everybody listens.
Oh, you're asking a question. Okay, just making sure.
So I want you to please listen. If you have an answer, you get permission from the rabbi to speak, and then you can speak to it. So they want to make Pesach in finish others, not any time before that or afterwards. So they have to make this extra month. So the first month is the real month. If you make an extra month, the first month is the real month. The second month is not the real month.
Usually, like when it comes to Tashlama, when it comes to davening Shema Esrei, when you forget something, Tashlama is usually say Tashlama is the second one. The first one is the main one.
Okay, the first one is the main one, right? So the first.
But you also see, but we'll see. Could be smashed by also Farkeret. We'll see. So one of the shaylos where it comes up is Pasha by Yahrzeit. Someone passed away on on a regular year, and it's on an other, and now it's a leap year.
Two big ones. Yahrzeit and birthday.
Right.
Coming and going.
And so.
And bar mitzvahs.
I'm talking about
It's birthday.
Oh.
So
the only reason birthday is negaya because of bar mitzvah.
So in Shulchan Aruch is in Tavkov Samaches, which is talking about a lot of people are knowing that the Yahrzeit of the father they would fast. It's a minhag that's brought down. So the shayla is when do you fast? So there are three opinions which is brought down. You only have 2 months. There are three opinions. In the first Marimokin, the Gemara Shulchan Aruch is in Tavkov Samaches says, "Kesheira yom shemeis aviv ayimei ba'adar." If someone's father or mother passed away in Adar, Ba'ashanamu Beres, and then it's and the next year is a leap year. Which month should he fast? Or in other words, also perform the Yahrzeit. He signed of other base. So the Shulchan Aruch says he should fast during the second Adar. He should fast.
So they pass away in Adar in
a regular year. Yeah.
Okay.
If they pass away in a leap year, so then whichever month it was, that's the month you do. But if they pass away in a regular year of Adar, and now the next year it's a leap year, you want to know which month to do the Yahrzeit. So the Shulchan Aruch says you do it in the second month. Then says that Ramon, some say that you should fast during the first month. So the Mari means unless they pass away on the Iber year, then you do it in the second month.
That's no question. What's the question?
Yeah.
No, I mean, is there a question if he was based on a Iber Yar, which month it should be, that it shouldn't be the month that he passed away?
There's no. Well, saying
Is there a svara to say?
Is there a svara? Okay, actually, there's a svara. I don't know. Can you say saying you can get creative and come up with a svara, but the Timas the Pesach is nicht saying. And he says, "V'chein haminig lisanis b'rishin, miu yesh machmin lisanis b'shneihem." Maybe b'shnei ari meilin. Some people are noyeg; they fast on both of them, and they say kaddish. They'll do the Yahrzeit also in both months. So what's the reason for doing it both months? The pashtus is because we're not sure. We're not sure which month is a real month. We're going to see in the second Maramach in this machlekes in the Gemara. When someone says Adar in a leap year, which month is he referring to? Al Pi Halacha? When he says he's going to do something in Adar, or he's not going to do something until. And he's not going to do so. Which month is the first or the second? So it's a machlekes in the Gemara. So let's see the machlekes in the second Maramakim. In Darim Daf Gimel Amar Aleph, the Gemara says, the Mishnah says, someone says Koinim She'ini Toyim L'Shana. Someone says I won't drink wine for a year. It's Abra Hashana. So if it was a leap year, Asur B'Yibura. So he said a full year. So it has to be a full year, including the extra month. So if he said Adreish Adar, if he says I'm not going to eat or drink until wine until Adar, so then Adreish Adar Rishi. The free guys, if he says he's not going to eat until Adar, he didn't say which Adar, so he means the first Adar. Stam Adar means the first Adar. And Atseif Adar, then he says, and then it means Atseif Adar Rishon. So it seems like over here, then when you say Stam Adar, the main Adar is the first one. So but then the Gemara brings an argument about this. The Gemara continues. It says Alma. It seems from the Mishnah the Stam of the Adar, the Kamar Rishonu, that Stam you say Adar is referring to the first month. But if so, Lema Masnis and Rabbi Yehuda. If so, it seems that our Mishnah is going like Rabbi Yehuda, not like Rabbi Meir. How so? The Tanya, we learned in the Beiser. Adar Harishin, Kaisev Adar Harishin. If you're writing in a star that I'm selling this in Adar, and it's the Adar Rishin, so you write Adar Rishin. Adar Sheni, Kaisev Adar Stam. Adar Sheni, you just write Adar, because you just say Stam Adar in leap year, everyone knows it refers to the second one, because the second one's the main one. Divri Rabbi Meir. Rabbi Huda says Adar Rishin, Kaisev Stam. You write first the month of Adar, you write Stam Adar. Adar Sheni, Kaisev Tinyan. But in the second Adar, then you write Adar Sheni, because the first one's the first one. So it seems like our Mishnah, which says, it goes like Rabbi Yehuda. Our Mishnah says, if you say, I'm not going to... Tinyana.
Second.
In Aramaic, it means the second.
So this is not a Pivriya then? Not a Pivriya.
This has nothing to do with Kiddush HaChedesh, we're just...
It sure does, because nobody knows if it's going to be 1 or 2 months.
No. It's talking about you wrote it.
If it's up, wait a minute.
You write it. It's the middle of the month.
Mando, think a second. If it's up Pivriya, you don't know if it's going to be the second month or not.
So what? Oh.
When are they out of the picture?
Okay, fine, we'll say.
How could you write Harishan if you have no idea if there will be a second?
Okay. Fine, so
Oh, it says it right there.
they didn't know beforehand? Okay, I don't know. So let's say it's Zmanis, huh? Okay, can sein. Yeah.
Do you know in advance it's going to be an Ibor this year?
Here?
No. Al Pira'iyah. When you do
Here, no. They could have made a decision on the last day of the month.
So there's no way to know. So then this point is well taken, because it must be talking about.
But the Gemara is about to say what you said.
The Gemara is saying
one second, the Gemara is about to say. And so it seems our Mishnah says that someone says I'm not going to do something until Adar, or first time Adar is Adar Rishon. But then the Gemara says, no, Lav Dafkin. Amar Abaye, if you'll say Rabbi Meir, you could still say our Mishnah goes according to Rabbi Meir, who says that Stam Adar is Adar Sheni. Our Mishnah says Adar Rishon. Had the Yada the Mabra Shata. This, our Mishnah is, Rabbi Meir is talking about a case where they knew it was going to be a Ibr Yor. And therefore, he knew it was going to be Ibr Yor. Therefore, he says Stam Adar first Adar Sheni. So they never knew beforehand. Okay, I don't know the Cheshbon is how it works.
Depends why are they changing and making a Ibr. They could make it the last minute.
And our Mishnah says Stam Adar is Adar.
So that you could know.
That's because he didn't know it was going to be a leap year.
Sure.
He didn't know it was going to be a leap year. Therefore, Stam Adar is Adar Rishon.
How come it's very interesting that it doesn't talk about when Purim is?
We're going to get into it. Yeah.
Oh, we get into it.
So this is so you have a machlekes over here. Which Adar is the Adar Rishon, and which Adar does it mean Adar when you say Stam Adar? And it's negiyah when you write a star. It's negiyah to Gittin. It's negiyah to Nedarim. It's negiyah to a lot of dinner. So the machlekes we had in the first Maramalkim when you do the yahrzeit is so Ochayras Tali on this. On this one, there isn't such a clear psak.
So if you're ma'aber because it's the season, so you know in advance. Right? Because you see that your other it's early. It's too early, right?
If what?
If you see that Pesach is going to come out and it's still the cool weather and everything like that,
then you do it the last minute.
No, why?
They would do it if they see.
Of course they will do it the last
people
minute.
already went to come to Yerushalayim, but it's very muddy and very.
But it could be done earlier.
Could be done earlier, could be done later. It's not a clear.
I'm going to do it because it's the season.
But not always you know the season that it's affecting people.
Yeah. So there's.
Yeah, we're sure.
Can't open it down.
So fine. So weiter. So the So a lot of people want to bring a raya. So there's some who want to say that you can learn out from the din and nidarim over here, also to the dinim of your side. Chasam Sofer, however, argues. Chasam Sofer says you can't compare the two things. Just because we paskin like having nidarim that stam adar, when people say stam adar, first adar rishon, has nothing to do with the yard side. Because when it comes to nidarim, you go after lashon b'nei adam. What do people usually refer to? When people usually say stam adar, fine, they refer to adar rishon. That's the halacha. But
That's not halacha, really?
What?
That's not halacha.
In Lagabe, it's
No, really? Because today, halacha lo rosh b'nei, when people say other, they're first to other base.
So it's most of the Rishonim say that it refers to other aleph.
Really?
Except the Rambam. The Rambam passes differently. So but Chassan Seif says he can't compare it. I want to come over the Nidarim, it's totally on Lashon B'nei Adam. But you want to come to the only one to do the outside, you have to know which other is the real other. Chassan Seif for Tainas, you want to say the real other is other base. He argues with the Ramal, and he says you should do the outside in another base. Chassan Seif is in the third Maram Makim. It says V'nirli Tamayim. What's the reason? The Nidarim Hoichan Achar Lashon B'nei Adam. Shehu Kamei Shekos V'Shtaris, like it goes by the way it's written by Yishtar. V'lei Achar Lashon Torah Akas Migdal Sasser. Not the Lashon of Torah. Being came Teinach B'Nidarim. I can understand when it comes to Nidarim. Avalin Amiras Kaddish B'Yem Yartzeit Shehu Mipnei Din HaNeshama. It has to do with the Din HaNeshama. When is the Neshama being judged? Shalamayla b'vadei hu b'adar sheni. For sure it's another sheni. Koloshin Teira. The din shalamayla b'vadei hu nigar achar lashon Teira. For sure goes after lashon Teira. And the second chedesh is the ikar. Uksiv l'kel gamer alai. The basin has a kliach. The psaka basin to be ma'aber the chayda the shana changes them and vel. Mishum hachi yishleimar delay karamah. The B'Yeridei Tav Beis, Sifyud Beis. They should say Kaddish in the first month, and rather V'Yishleimar Kaddish B'Adar Sheni. Chasam Seif argues says you should say Kaddish in the second month. And this is a shit of the Chasam Seif. And I don't think we're not making like this.
What's the whole thing of Kaddish? They're making a big issue about the Kaddish. Kaddish. It's not with the rice, not with the rabbanon. It's not this, it's not that.
Yeah, but
Still have to know halacha.
It's
You still need to know halacha. You're fine. You still need to know halacha.
It's still
I
Yiddishkeit.
still don't understand.
It's still the rationalian.
I've been reading, thank you.
Who makes an
it's
issue?
still
It was a little
rationalian.
paper. Where it says issue, it says a paper. It says halacha. It doesn't say issue here.
Saying it's a minhag, the rice, the rabbanon, saying it's Eivish is ras. Saying we want to know what the Eivish wants. So there's one of the rayas. So one of the other rayas you have to bring. If you want to know one's yard site, one's a proper yard site. Well, what's the famous yard site in Adar? You have Moshe Rabbeinu's yard site in Zayin Adar. So when do you do Zayin Adar? We do it on the first month of Adar, on Adar Rishon. So if you want to bring rayas from Moshe Rabbeinu, so the next shayla comes in Taka. When was Moshe Rabbeinu nifter? Was it in an Iver year or was it not in an Iver year? If Moshe Rabbeinu was nifter in a regular year, and we've seen Iver year where they to do it on the other Rishon, so it's a raya that you do the outside on other Rishon. But maybe he was born in Iver year, and maybe he was born in other. Maybe he was nifter in other aleph, and that's why we do it in other aleph.
What other aleph was in the time of Moshe Rabbeinu? What did they need to make two others for?
They were.
I don't even think they used the calendar.
Yeah, but they kept the
I'm
Torah.
not if when he was born, other is not the same.
I'm saying, but for what? For what was other Rishon? What
They
Pesach?
only kept the first one. Anyway.
What Pesach? It was not Pesach
They
those
only
days.
kept the first
Aber
one.
was hat gestanden? Ze houdt de calendar is richtig.
Sagen wir, das ist backwards. Nachdem was sich Pesach geworden, macht man einen Kalender mit Freya.
Yeah, I'm saying the obvious kept the Torah.
So give out a Pesach Rishon.
Je mag ook niet eens.
What Pesach Rishon? But they didn't come out of Egypt yet.
The obvious kept the Torah.
What do you mean?
Moshe Rabbeinu's father L'chira also kept the Torah.
I don't
That's all you need to know.
Tiras Moshe? What do you? I don't know.
We're talking about birthday.
No, we're talking about the Torah.
Oh, now you have a shiloh.
But the Shiloh is going to come up also by the Leido. It's also going to come up to the Leido, right? Because they're born on the same. They're both on the same day.
Both the same day, but we're talking about Tiras Moshe.
So let's see. So the Maril brings a raya. So Maril wants to tell you.
Wait a minute.
Maril says you have a raya.
It's correct. You know why? Because it has to be the same if it's his birthday and his.
They're the
and his
same
death.
day,
They have to be the same day. They have
So
to
we'll
be the
see.
same month.
We'll see.
Why?
We'll see.
Why?
Because the Gemara says that
They
they
have
were
the same birthday.
Hayim. It says the
The
Gemara.
Rebbe Shom Emalish the same shel tzaddikim.
No, so
Has to be the same day.
what do you mean? Which
So this is
in the
Shai.
calendar, Aleph would be completed a year, and Beis would be what? An extra month.
It's not the same birthday.
So that's the Shiloh. So okay, so let's get to it. Let's see inside the fourth Maramakim. So the Maril one brings the ayah that the Iker is the first month from Moshe Rabbeinu. It says Van fourth Maramakim Vani Eni Kedai Lachriya in these inyanim. El the Ish Ksas Lahavi Raya Miptiras Moshe Rabbeinu Olav Hashem. Being a Raya from Moshe Rabbeinu the Misanim Berishin were naked on the first month. Ki Isa Hayamin Kasuv. I'm not sure if I get. Fine. I'm not sure. Maybe it's a typo. The Shemat Kasuv Baget maybe means like Abi Gittin. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what he means. The Shemat Heima. If you're going to try bringing it, so it says you see from Moshe Rabbeinu that the Iker is in the first Chodesh. The Shemat Heima Hachi Have Uvda. The Shemat Beres Heis of Niftar Berishing. Maybe you're going to time that it was a Ivar year when he was Niftar, and that's why you do it in the first month and not the second. So Ibra Lav Hachi says no, it's not a Zay. What's the Raya? The Adar has Samach Nissen Niftar, because we know he was Niftar in the other which was Samach Nissen. How so? The Alfinim Ptiras Bezayin, but other Miva Am Alumina Yardin, but also the Chedesh. How do we know that Moshe Rabbeinu was Niftar on Zayin Adar? The Gemara in Kiddushin learns out that the Gemara says when did they go into Eretz Yisrael with Yeshua? It was also B'Chedesh in Nissen. And the Gemara makes a cheshbon. Let's see. The 30 days. 30 days was the Avelus. And then when the Eibusher told him to get ready, it took them 3 days to get ready to cross. So that's 33 days. So minus 33 days from Yud Nissen, you have Zayin Adar. So if you're going to tell me that Moshe Rabbeinu was Niftar on Iber Yer in Adar Aleph, it's the cheshbon doesn't add up. That's 63 days. So there's a raya that he's either he was niftar on other bays or he was niftar on a stam year.
On a regular year.
Or on a regular year. So he says he can't say his other bays because we do the Eretz another Aleph. So Elamai, you have to say that he was niftar on a regular year.
So the fact that we fast another Aleph is not a raya that he actually passed another Aleph. That's what he's saying.
Oh yeah. But it's a raya that the Iker is other Aleph.
So the Iker is other Aleph even though he passed away in another Aleph.
Even though he could have passed.
Right. No, he did. Because we brought a raya that he did. Otherwise the cheshbon wouldn't stick. Right.
Okay, so I'm saying it could have been an Iber Yar, but regardless, if it wasn't Iber Yar, it was.
Can't be.
If it wasn't Iber Yar, then it was other bays.
Right.
And if it wasn't Iber Yar, it's got Tishkeshan. But when are we Noeg?
Right. So
therefore, says, as a filo Moshe Rabbeinu is gestorben other bays, you're fasting other Aleph.
Which means he can't say it was other bays, right? Because we're doing it other Aleph. If it was other bays, then we would do the tiniest other bays.
If it was be other bays,
saying the psak is the Tumas Hadashim Paskins out that if it was niftar in other bays, you do it in other bays.
What he's saying that even the Afalpi that it was other bays, we fast other Aleph because that's the main ikar.
The halacha is if it was in other bays, then you do the Yartide in other bays.
You're talking halacha.
So either was other Aleph or Stam other. Yeah, I'm saying either. You can't say it was either was other.
You can't say it was other Aleph because we just made a
right, you can't say it's other Aleph.
So they can only choose it was regular other.
Yeah.
That's it. No two others. He passed away, it was not two others. That's it.
He's saying the same thing you're saying. Because if it was other bays, then you would have to be.
Yeah, makes sense.
You have to say it like this. But on the other hand, you would have to say like this. But the Magen Avraham brings from Yalta to Yeshua. I didn't see it inside. He says that there's a shitta that attack was the Iver year when Moshe Rabbeinu passed away.
That what?
It was the Iver year. So where does this come from? So there's
is Ben is the other base.
You have to say other base.
Yeah, it's not a shitta. But the shaila is where does this come from? So I didn't see the Akad Yeshua, but there is a dion. There's a machlekes. When was the Yom Haledes? Was Moshe Rabbeinu's Yom Haledes on the Ivri year, or was it on a regular year? So in the fifth Maramakim, there's Gemara in Seitan. The Gemara says, when was Moshe Rabbeinu put in the when was he put into the water? When does his mother put him into the water and the Eibusher saves him? The Gemara says one day it says it was on Chaf Aleph Nisan and he was saved b'schus Shiras Hayom. Another Shitta says it was on Vav Sivan and he was saved b'schus Matan Torah. So the Gemara asks, Bishleim Laman Damar B'Shisha the Sivan he was put into the water. Mishkach Zal Gimel Yarchi. Right, his parents hid him for 3 months and then they couldn't hide him and they put him in. So if so how do you war water was the cheshbon 3 months? The Amar Mar B'Shiva Adar Meis B'Shiva Ba'Adar Neilad Meisha. He was born and he was niftar on Zayin Adar. So if so, Mishiva Ba'Adar Ad Shisha B'Sivin Talsa Yarchi. So the cheshbon adds up. If you're going to say so from when he was born until Vav Sivan when he's put into the water was 3 months. So the cheshbon works. Elaman Amar Be'Esrin Ve'Echad B'Nisin. He was put into the water. If so, Heichi Mishkach Hasla. So how do you have 3 months? So the answer is Eisa Shanim Beres Heisa. It was an Iver year. Rubei Shal Rishain. So he was born in the first month of Nisan. So you have Rubei Shal Rishain of the I'm saying Ansholik Adar.
First month of Adar.
He was born in the first month of Adar. So yeah, most of the first month of Adar. Rubei Shal Achrein and most of Nisan because it was Chaf Aleph. Then Tzai Shalim and you have other base Shalim in the middle. So according to this, Moshe Rabbeinu's Yom Haledos was taken Iver year. It was Adar Aleph. So what? So then the next shayla comes up. But so even as like one was the yard site, right? The Gemara says how you that the Eibusher is Mamal Shneisav Shel Tzadikim. So we have to say that the yard site was also an Iver year. If you want to make the cheshbon exact. And if you would say like this, and you don't have a right for yard sites.
What? You get 12 months regardless, dude. That's the knowledge. It doesn't have to be 13 months.
So, okay, Mario wants to say in the Chinami, it's not a problem. He can say that he was born on an Iber year and he was passed away on a Shana V'Shuta. Yes, so this is saying this is a
Hashem Emalish Hashem Tzadikim only works by certain Tzadikim, right? It doesn't work by all. By Mital Rebbe works, by the Alter Rebbe it don't work.
Yeah, but the point is that the Malish Shneisov does not mean that if he was born in Ibriyar, he has to pass away in Ibriyar. I mean, a year is 12 months. 13 months is the exception. It's not.
So you got extra. You got a bonus.
So, this is a shayla. If you could bring your eye from Moshe Rabbeinu, so it's totally on was Moshe Rabbeinu born in Ibriyar or not. And the Chasam Sefer and the Yaakov Enden, they both say that even if you say Moshe Rabbeinu was born on Adar Aleph, he was niftar on Adar Aleph or in Shalom Pshuta, still you do the yard site for Moshe Rabbeinu on Zayin Adar base. The Yaakov Enden says of Shem his father, the Chacham Tzvi, and also the Chasam Sefer. Why? So they bring up the argument because Mitzad Purim. Since we do Purim and other Sheni, and the whole Maisa of Purim happened to discuss Moshe Rabbeinu's yard site, and then Yom Haledos. It was saying when's the proper time to be to private the yard site, Yom Haledos, on other base when we private Purim. So this is in the 6th Maramakim. The Yavitz writes. The Kachi said Daita Isham of Yimeri Hagoin Zal the Chacham Tzvi Shehikra Lisanis B'Sheni. You should fast for on Zayin Adar in the 2nd month. Dumil Purim Shenayig B'Sheni, just like Purim. Mustaberle the Haba Hatalia. They're totally one another. Shabai Hayahanes Kidamrinon, like we say Shekivan Shenafal Hagoira Lifnei Haman. Lifnei Hanan Ba'Adar Samach because when he was nifter. But that's when that was Moshe Rabbeinu's yard site. V'hula yadash b'shiv b'asar meis, b'shiv b'asar neilad b'ay. Okay, he didn't know both. Shehegines chusi shal Moshe. Moshe Rabbeinu's chus saved us. In Cain, b'din hu shethanisei purim shavin. V'yisnegim achidash echad an kan dvara. So therefore, it's fitting that side side for him and side Zayin Adar. We should practice both in the same chidash. So this is how the Chasam Sefer and the Yaakov Enden was nayig, but the pale we do the ikr in the first chedesh, and that's also why we do the yard sites in the first chedesh. The shayla comes up. What if someone doesn't know which if it was an Iber year when their parents passed away? If it was a adoration, other sheni. So So Mishnah Berurah, I saw you right. So he wants you should do other sheni if you're misupik. So if I said whatever, that's the Mishnah Berurah. Right, you're not yeah. So that's the shayla al Moshe Rabbeinu. So the next big shayla we're leading up to is what about Purim itself? If we want to know what's the Ikar Risha other sheni, so what to look at Purim? When do we do Purim? We do Purim in other sheni. Oh, so there's two reasons in the Gemara why do we do it? So one reason the Gemara gives is because you want to be simcha gula gula. So can say it's not a different Indian. Another reason the Gemara brings is you have a limud. The Gemara you have a limit from Chida Hashemi, and the Gemara has a limit from Megillah that they used to do it in the second month. So I brought a stick on the Gemara from the Gemara in the seventh month of Makim. So the Gemara talks as a machlekes when you do Purim. You do other Rishon, other Sheni. So the Gemara says Karos HaMegillah ba'Adar Rishon v'nis Abra Shana. So let's say they read the Megillah on the first month of Adar. They didn't know it was going to be every year, and then they made it. Then they remember the year. So Rav, what do? You have to read the Megillah over again. You don't read it again in other sheni. Why? Everything which is nagging the other sheni, you can do an other rishon also. Other rishon is also other. So you have to read it again in other sheni. Even though you read the Megillah in other rishon, you have to read it again. Why? Shekol mitzvah sheneheges b'sheni ein neheges b'rishin. All the mitzvahs sheneheges in other sheni are not neheges in the first month. The only thing that they have in common is that there's an isser to fast and there's an isser to make a hesped. But otherwise, everything's only in the second month. That's machlekes. So, Shainis, what's the reason for the machlekes? So, this Mamshech, the second paragraph. Amar Rabbi Yechanan u'shnei mikra echad darshu. The machlekes they both argue from the same pasuk. It says b'chol shana v'shana. You should do Purim just like every year. Just like every year should be the same. So what does that mean? Rabbi Eliezer Rabbi Yisi Savar b'chol shana v'shana. Just like every year. Ma b'chol shana v'shana other hasamach l'shvat. Just like every year, it's other which is close to Shvat. Avkan other hasamach l'shvat. You should do the first one, which is right after Chodesh Shvat. No, just like every year. Meaning, ma kol shana v'shana other hasamach l'nissen. It's one which is samach l'nissen. Avkan other hasamach l'nissen. Okay, but the Gemara. So what's the reason the machlekes? I'm saying the cup's half full, half empty. What's going on? So the Gemara goes on. Bishleim Rabbi Eliezer, Rabbi Yisi, Mistaber Taima. I can understand Rabbi Eliezer, Rabbi Yisi. He wants to say the Icarus and it's samach teshvat. The ein ma'avirin ala mitzvahs. You have a chance to do a mitzvah. Mikra Megillah Mishleach Manas. Do it right away. Why are you going to wait for Chodesh Beis for the second month? Ela Rabbi Shimon Gamliel my Taima. Why does he say you have to wait for the second month? So Gemara says, Amar Rav Tabi, Taima de Rabbi Shimon ben Gamliel, Mismach Geula the Geula Adif. He says, no, we want to have the Geulas close to each other. You have Geulas Nissen and Geula Pesach and Geula of Adar. We want to have them next to each other. Memela, we do it in the second month of Adar. So this is one reason. So according to this, we still don't know which one's the Ikar Adar. Is it Betzin? Is other Sheni Betzin the Ikar one, or is it just because we want to be Simich Gulas next to each other?
What's the sort of being Mismach Gula?
What's
it?
Does the Gemara explain what do you accomplish? What
do you understand what Eim Avir Mitzvahs is?
Yeah. Saying what's the mile of having?
Huh?
Keeps people on a high for a longer period of time. If you separate it, then they go up and go back down. You lose the momentum in this round. You can't think of anything else.
I don't know, saying why Vaishvanesri, you also want to be Masmech Gul, let's go on to something else. Okay, why? What's the reason? What do we accomplish to it? I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's one other. So one other thing, we have other shaylas when it comes to the birthday. When should you do bar mitzvah? When could the kid be a chazan? Is it you go after other aleph, other beis? So that Ramah says you go after other beis. So when it comes to yahrzeit, he says you go after other aleph. In the meantime, when it comes to bar mitzvah, he says you do other beis. Shaylas, what's the chiluk?
Well, because misafik. Misafik. I mean, we were talking about it yesterday. Misafik, because to be Mitzaref to a minion in Yanich.
Minion is with the
In theory,
So,
in theory, if you're losing days every year, 10, 11 days, whatever it is, then you haven't reached your point yet.
if you're
So
missing
that
a
side
few.
is a date. But Bar Mitzvah, it's not a full year in a sense. Every year you're losing.
So you do it. So other you have a full 12 month. And
It's not your birthday yet. We're missing 18 days.
See what she says.
See how it works out for you.
so there's so the Naramins, which is Makar the Din, he already explains the Chiluk. He says that the reason what it's Svi Pesach Frank. Svi Pesach Frank. And so he's quoting the Maramins. I didn't have time to bring the truth from Maramins, but he says that there's a chiluk. He says, "What's the reason we buy Yotzai? We go after we do the first Chodesh." He says, "Not because." He says, "It's not because the first Chodesh is the main month of Adar." He says, "Because Yotzai has to do with Puranus. When do you fast? You fast on the day of the Yotzai because the neshama is getting punished in Gan Eden, and therefore the minig is we know no one gets punished more than Yud Beis Chodesh." So it has to do with Yud Beis Chodesh. That's not the Indian of Hashem Shlema. So therefore, after Yud Beis Chodesh, so you make the yard side even in the first month in other Aleph. But that's when it comes to yard side. When it comes to Bar Mitzvah, you want to know when's the main month. When did it actually turn 13? So that's another Sheni. That's another Sheni. So in the 8th Maramakim, he writes. Hine b'noigli sa'anis b'yem shemeis aviv o'ima yesh plukta b'shulchan aruch smachlek is when to do the yard side. The Mechaber Pesach sheis ane be'other sheni, the second month. The Harama maybe b'shem harimins. The ane b'rishin you should do during the first month of Adar. The Chayr Hama Seisar Sansme he's contradicting himself. To lean Bar Mitzvah Pesach Harama Erechaim Simon Hey the Einin Asa Bar Mitzvah Ela Ad Other Sheni. You only become Bar Mitzvah in the other Sheni. Says Ava Ma'ayim B'Tshuvas Marimins. You look in the Makar of the Din. Sham Masber Hadavar Deish. Of there he explains Deish Chiluk Bein Tiny Shal Yartzeit. There's a difference between a Yartzeit. Have the Indian Kapara. Not some Medin Shamayim. So Kapara you want is a Kapara for the parents. Some say also for the person himself because his mazel isn't so good on that day. And that has to do with Rishon. We assume no one gets punished for more than 12 months. When it comes to everything else, the other Sheni, other Sheni is the main thing that everything. Okay, and the Levush also explains that thing. So according to this, will come out that the Ikar other is other Sheni. Even though we do the yard sites on other Aleph. There's.
But that's where Makel. No, we're Makel by yard site for the Quranians, right? I mean.
There's a sikha that ever says Hayra you learn after a minute. Usually when it comes to Hashlama by davening, you forgot. So the first davening is the Ikar and the second is Hashlama. Of here, when it comes to Purim, which one's the extra one that the extra month are being Meisiv? The first one is the extra one, it's the Yisrael. So it says you see it's Mahal V'Chavtil, but you have a